Hey everyone, this week we're reviewing the Skadi photography mitt from Vallerret. So Vallerret make a range of gloves and mitts specifically for photographers, which usually have elements such as fingers that will zip away, allowing you to operate your camera and things like that. And they're really good. I've reviewed them before. I've reviewed the Markov Free Pro glove, and that was really good. They've sent me now the Skadi ones. These are mitts, 2-in-1 gloves. And I should say that I've been sent these for free, I can keep them, but as ever it will be a completely unbiased review and I'll let you know if there's any features about these that I don't like. So we're going to head on and get some photos with the Z7 and 24-200mm lens, and I'll talk about the gloves along the way. So the full name of these mitts are the Skadi LRS Zipper Mitt, and we've got a faux leather outer with 100% merino wool lining. We've got some zippers in the back of here which are really good if you want to put some SD cards or things like that in there. And then we can zip this top part of the mitt back, revealing the inner liner glove, which is a stretchy material, still quite warm, and we can attach that with a little popper so it holds back the glove, and then the thumb will bend back and you've got a little magnetic button which will hold the thumb back, so now you can use your fingers and your thumb, and this material on the liner is thin enough that you can operate your camera. It'll work on touch screens, so that's really great. They look pretty cool and they're really warm, and you can operate your camera as well. Let's carry on, get some more photos, and we'll talk about some more features. So a few other handy features of these gloves. You've got drawstrings at the bottom. If it's really cold, you can pull those. They'll get nice and tight around your wrists, stop the cold air getting in. You've got some little eyelets here, so you can attach those to your backpack if you're not wearing them. And you've also got these nice handy wrist cuffs, which will stop you losing your gloves. Probably good for skiers, or if it's really stormy weather and somehow you manage to lose your glove or you're not wearing it and it's really windy, it's not going to blow away. So all that's really handy. We'll carry on, get some more shots. So like I said before, you can use these gloves with your mobile touchscreen devices. Once you've got the mitt zip back, you can use the inner liner, and that is thin enough and transmissive enough to be able to operate your touchscreen devices. So that's really useful. One thing I wasn't able to do is operate the fingerprint unlock. Obviously it can't read your fingerprint, so you would have to take it off to do that. But still really useful that you can use those touchscreen devices without taking the gloves fully off. These gloves are super warm, especially when you've got both layers and fully zipped up. But if it's not quite that cold, don't forget that these are 2-in-1 and you can take this off. You can use this by itself, or you could use the mitt by itself. So you've got lots of options depending on the weather conditions and how cold it is. I'm going to head home now, look at these photos, and we'll finish up the video back there. It was very cold today, and I'm really glad that I had the Skadi LRS mitts with me, because when you're out for extended periods in the cold, your hands can get really numb and it's difficult to operate your camera. But the mitts performed really well, they kept my hands really warm. I have used Vallerret gloves before, and I knew that they're usually really good, so I was expecting the same from these, and I wasn't disappointed. They feel really well made, really high quality, and I can't really say how long that quality is going to last, because I've only used them for a short amount of time. But what I can say is that I've been using the Markov Pro 3 gloves for about 2 years now. I've used them extensively in the winter months and they're not showing any significant signs of wear yet, so I think we can expect the same from the Skadi mitts. Another thing I didn't mention earlier in the video is that you've got this really nice secret feature when you open the zip pocket of the right glove, and you can pull out this string and it's got this little tool on the end which Vallerret say is a tripod key. I found it most useful for screwing in the screw on the bottom of my bracket underneath the camera to attach it to my tripod. So if you forgot your screwdriver or other tools, that can be a little handy lifesaver. So is there anything that I don't like about this mitt? Well, to be honest, not a lot. It is really good. One thing I would say that is, for me personally, I do prefer the glove style of the Markov Pro 3 gloves. I like to be able to use my fingers at all times without having to zip back the mitt. And I like having the flip back fingers where I've got skin contact with my equipment. They're great for the winter months here in the UK, but if you're in a colder climate, or you're visiting one, or you're at higher altitudes where you need that extra warmth, it definitely is worth considering the Skadi mitts. Another thing I would say is that when you're using the inner liner, although that does work with touchscreens like I said earlier, it can sometimes just skip when you're trying to operate your touchscreens. That's to be expected. Any thin glove will have the same effect. It's very difficult when you've not got that skin contact with your touchscreen to get perfect operational function with it. But they're minor things, and like I said, overall, these are great gloves. They're really high quality, they look great, they're really warm and perform really well. So I'll put a link in the description just down below. If you want to find out more about these or go get a pair, that's where you'll find that link. And that's about it for this video, so a massive thank you for watching. If you've liked the video, found it useful in any way, please just give me a thumbs up down below. If you watch every week, massive thanks to you, I really do appreciate that. And if you're new to the channel and you're not yet subscribed, you can just click down there on the big red button, or over here on this picture of me. It doesn't really work when you're wearing a mitt. And that way you'll stay up to date with everything I'm doing each and every week. There's a new video every Sunday morning at 10 AM UK time. So I hope you'll join me next week for the next one. But until then, thanks a lot everyone, and bye for now.